Happy Rosh Chodesh Adar alef. Before I say something from Parshat Tora, I want to say something about Rosh Chodesh. Something nice I've heard that I want to share with you. There is a law in kosher food. I'll do it very simple. It's called batel b'shishim. Maybe you heard of that. It's the principle is very simple. If you have something meat that fell into a dairy food, or the opposite, something dairy that fell into meat food, as long as there is more than 1 out of 60 parts of the, let's say, dairy food, there's more than 1 out of 60 dairy than meat, so we don't count it. It's fine. If it's more than that, so it's a problem, because they're mixed. Now they're mixed. So I heard that the Milubavitcher Rabbi, Rabbi Milubavitch, says, because this year we have 60 days of Adar, right? We have Adar alef and Adar bet. If someone will stay happy for 60 days, then his sadness, his atzvut, will be batal b'shishim. Well, God help him not to count it. So that, first of all, for Rosh Chodesh Adar, it's not so simple to stay happy for 60 days, but we have Rabbi Posner, Rabbi Wahlberg, I'm sure they can help us with that. So that's first challenge for Chodesh Adar. Now, about Parshat Truma, we have a lot of details in Parshat Truma. We spoke of that in Sunday too, and a lot of specifics of how to do several stuff in the Mishkan. Now, something very interesting is on all of the stuff that we're obeying to build and to create. The verse says, I'll give some examples. You shall make a cover. You shall make a table. You shall make a cover for the tent, and a lot of examples. Only one time, and this is about the trees. The Torah, the translated here is planks, and they said you shall make the planks, not description of something we don't know and now we need to explain it. You shall make the planks with hey edia ha etzim, and everyone asking why, what's so special about those plagues, about those etzim? You need to say me the plagues like we know them from somewhere. So Rashi says, he asked the question and he said, Yaakov Avinu planted trees in Egypt, and when he dies, he obeyed his kids to take them out of Egypt. And he told them, in the future, God will tell you to build Mishkan, tabernacle, this is the word for Mishkan, to build Mishkan, and you use those trees to build it. How amazing is that, right? I mean, Yaakov Avinu, lots of years ago, before we get into this Parsha, went down to Egypt. I want to remind you, in the days of Yaakov, no one knew yet if they're going to be slaves or how long they're going to be there. Well, Yaakov obviously knew that, but the people over there didn't know that. And he was so visionary to say, okay, I'm going to plant trees right now, and they will use it for build the Mishkan. And just imagine all those years of slavery, kids walking over there and families, and they're asking, hey, Dad, what are those trees? And everyone, they say, you know what? Yaakov Avinu, our grandfather, he planted them because one day we're going to get out of Egypt and we're going to build a Mishkan. So first of all, how much hope those trees brought to Bnei Israel while they were in Mitzrayim. But also, when they get out of Egypt, and we mentioned that about the bones of Yosef, if you remember, they took the bones of Yosef. So another thing they took with them was those trees. I mean, they probably have a lot of places to get trees from, but no, those trees that Yaakov planted them, that legacy and tradition, this is the thing we want to build the Mishkan from. So I hope when we're entering the Chodesh Adar that, first of all, like we said, we can remain happy for at least 60 days. I mean, we have all the rest of the year to be sad or worry about other stuff. But also that we'll be smart enough to take that tradition that the Mishkan built from, and enter that to our life. Bezrat Hashem. We're going to say Rabbi's Kaddish in